Welcome back to Chippo Fishing. Today we're going to discuss really simple how to remove the collar from a jig. Now you can order jigs that do not have a collar. See that it does not have a collar. This is called a collar or a if you see the prong, it actually keeps a jig plastic body held there. This one has a collar, this one doesn't. I've removed it. So you can order jig heads for making your own, tying your own jigs without the collar. You know, it is with collar, without collar, and with the collar, it's extra weight. So you have to keep that in mind. When you cut the collar off, you're actually reducing the weight of your jig. So real simple, easy, how to cut the collar off, how I do it. Doesn't mean it's the right way, but it works for me. And this is, again, trial and error. This is not a finished product because I'm still working. If I'm still working, I'm still trying to improve. That's the part about fishing that everybody needs to get that attitude of thinking outside the box and listening to other people and watch how other people do it, get other people's thoughts and ideas. Doesn't mean that you own them. It just means that you're opening yourself up. Okay, I'll get to the collars and why a collarless jig with no collar. If you see here that you can start tying your material here and run down the shank of your hook right there, and there's pretty much no restrictions. Now with the collar, you've got this little keeper right here, and then you've got the extra weight here, or the extra amount of material of lead here, and then your hook shank. So you can see how that would be a more even wrapping of your material, which is less likely to be compromised and come undone versus here. And I'll show you two different ways that I can do that. And so okay, so there we go. Questions, comments. Again, this is not rocket science. This is basic cutting the collar off the jigs. And yes, you can order them without the collars, but if you're just starting out jig tying, you're scratching to make do with what you got to try to increase your knowledge, your skills, your abilities, and putting out a fairly decent jig product. So here's some hand ties from last night. Not really the best, but you know what? I think every one of those will work. So there you go. Okay, let me show you how to cut these rascals. Okay, so to actually cut these rascals, you can either use your wire cutters or side cutters, as some they're called. I'll just call them wire cutters. And basically, this is your flat side. See the flat side? This is your concave side. So hole, flat, flat, hole. And I got these at the Dollar Tree. They're pretty awesome. Okay, this is your hole side, and your flat side is actually beveled, so it comes down to a very fine cutting point. So the way that I will do these is I will take the hook in my left hand, since I'm right-handed, and I'll put my jig here and go 1, 2, 3. I'll grab this remaining lead sleeve, twist it around, and leave the hook keeper out. I'll flip it over, grab it like this, flip my cutters over, and I'll try to just cut right in the center here. 1. Sometimes it comes off easy, sometimes it doesn't. There's 2. And yeah, so when you do this, little pieces of lead are going to be flying all over. And there you go. There's 1. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate this again. Let me just clear my little workspace. See, these are some jigs I made the other day. Okay, and these are collars. And again, I'll teach you on how to start your threads. I'm going to do, if you follow me, I'm going to take you with me on my jig making. Okay, so I've got these 2 1/4 ounce. They're pretty hefty. So I'm going to use my side cutter, same methods. Come here close to the round head. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, however many it takes. You want to spin this freely. You can see and feel like it when it's got some resistance and you twist it a couple more times and it's free spinning. Okay, again, I'm going to turn this so your hook keeper or your bait keeper is out this way. Flip my pliers over. Okay, right here is your hook shank. I want to be on top of the hook shank or on the outside of it. You know, really simple. Yeah, sometimes this is a 1 time. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 times. Sometimes it's 4 times. You twist it around again. Yeah, you go all the way through. And then you can grab it and twist it, pull it off. See, 2 cuts. Okay, that was 1 pair of pliers. I've got 2. So let's trade up. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So again, if you like it really nice and neat and clean, then yeah, that's probably want to order them with no collars. If you're just trying to make do and learning process, you know, use what you got. Use your materials because, you know, you're not sure about jig making or fly tying or jig tying. Then, you know, you use what you got. You know, experiment. Have some fun with it. Okay, see, like the other one went pretty easy. This one didn't. So, there you go. Crumble, crumble, crumble. And there you got some jig heads with no collars. And then you can tie your material all the way up against the round head. So, again, I'm just going to start and do little tutorials on real simple stuff. But if you don't know, you're just trying to learn, it's one perspective. It's Chippo's perspective. Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong. Well, for some people will say, oh, that's wrong. But you know what? You can say that. I'm just out here trying to share what I learned by watching this on YouTube, watching this person telling me this, I take little bits and pieces and stick them all together. But you got to think out of the box. It's that way with crappie fishing. So I'm challenging you guys to get up off that couch or get on that couch and start tying some jigs. It's fun, and you learn a little bit, and you start making your own stuff. And when you start catching your own on your own stuff, it's pretty awesome. So cheers, mate. Y'all be safe, and you know if you're on Facebook, there's two guys that I get a big kick out of. Kim Burnett, he's awesome. He ties some jigs, and I learn a lot by watching him. I think it's Thursday or Sunday night. He has live tying where he does jigs. You got questions, you can go on Facebook and do that. The second gentleman, Bobby A, he went on live Facebook, and it was phenomenal. And he was talking about long lining as well. Bobby's got quite a selection of jigs. He's in some stores and available. He's out there on the market. But a couple of guys, I don't understand, that they had some rude comments, so he took down his feed. Man, that was a wealth of knowledge. You guys messed it up. Just, a few stupid comments. Whoever you are, you know who you are. But man, y'all messed it up. All that knowledge for everybody. See, I wish I had that knowledge that I could put out there and share with you. But Bobby, Kim, there's some other jig tires out there. There's a Facebook page, Kansas jig tying or something like that. Go look those guys up. They're pretty good too. Okay, enough about me rambling, but I enjoy tying jigs. I enjoy catching fish on something I did. Color combinations. Your buddy says, "Oh, I really like these colors." You stoke them up, tie them 3 or 4 jigs, different variations of those colors, different weights. The more you get involved, the more you're thinking about crappie, the more you're trying to understand, and eventually the more you will understand. Of course, that'll open up a lot more questions and stuff you don't understand. So the knowledge keeps on rolling. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and let me know if y'all like this jig tying bench sessions, and let me know. All right, peace.